Style Your Life with Michael Ferreira. What's up? Yours truly, once again, Michael Ferreira, another Style Your Life tip. And today we are doing full out tech. I'm super excited about these devices, S10, S10 Plus. You guys know last year when I did this video with the S9 Plus, it's an awesome phone, but I felt like going from the S8 to the S9 wasn't a drastic jump. But I do anticipate this S10 to be a drastic jump. So let's definitely dive into it. So we are now diving into and cutting into this actual S10 Plus first. And we'll do the same for the Galaxy S10. I don't know if I like the S10 or the S10 Plus, S10 or the S10 Plus, and I'll figure that out today. You know, I think that I will like the size and screen of this one, but the hole punch thing that everyone has been talking about, I'm very concerned about because I anticipate the S10 to just look really chic and clean. What you all will notice in this synopsis, if you will, wow, I've just opened it and it looks amazing. But this will be more on a fashion perspective. Like, everyone will know the specs. You can search that, you can Google that, and there's tons of other guys. My guy Unbox Therapy and Marcus is doing like a ton of different videos on the specs, the detail, the camera. You can find all those, but this is gonna be like fashion. Like, how does a device and the phone play into your like daily aesthetic? Most of us are not gonna pick up a phone and say, oh my gosh, the HD ultra physical. We're not going to do that. We're not going to compare it every single day. We want a good device that looks good in our hand, feels good, and when we bring it out in a business setting or a leisure setting, like, it's a beautiful device to look at and really enjoy. So I'm going to open them up and dive right into it. Ooh. So here are both of the devices, and there's some protectors on it, of course. So I got two versions, the black version and then this blue like iridescent version and this black version here. And I'm gonna take a look at which one. They both feel really nice. And the S10 Plus is not as bulky as I anticipated. So let's get some of these packaging off. All right, now, so we are actually going to power these devices on. This one has already started on the S10, and the S10 Plus is actually being started. You already tell, like, the display quality is just magnificent and on both sides. And I'm already seeing on this one here like the ways to do the fingerprint recognition. So looking at both of the devices at the same time, I really want to talk about, again, design, look, feel, layout. And when I see them at first glance, I thought that this S10 Plus is going to bug me out in regards to the width of that circular different thing, or whatever you call it, the dual facing camera. And I got the S10 by itself because I thought that this hole will not bug me out as much as the bigger hole inside of the S10 Plus. And quite frankly, that's not bad, but it is bigger than I anticipated. And again, fashion and style layout, this does not bug me out. So at first glance, I'm leaning towards the S10 Plus. The dual hole punch cutout does not wild me out as much as I thought it would. I thought this was going to be a little smaller and allow me to be more comfortable than I would with the S10 Plus. I'm going to move on and setting up this finger or fingerprint recognition because I am really excited about this feature. Built into the screen. I'm doing two of them, so I guess you have to do a pin as well for the backup protection. So let's do this. One thing that I've already noticed in regards to like the design aesthetic portion of it is like these screens are like rotating every time. Also, the second piece related to the fingerprint scan, like this fingerprint scan is amazing. I love the fact that I don't have to even push the power button. I could just touch the middle of the screen here and it will just open up. There's nothing else that I need to do or set up. The fashion, style sense, and convenience of it, like, that's going to be very, very helpful. With some of the other devices, you have to actually push the power, then touch the screen, and then it will unlock. I do love the fact that Samsung put it inside of the actual screen, and all you have to do is touch the screen even when the screen is black. That's really cool for style. So when I get inside of the phone, I'm noticing that it's much more comfortable for me to go with the actual S10 Plus. I have larger hands, so this is going to be really convenient for me to just grab the top. It's not as uncomfortable as I anticipated. Even though that we went from S9 over to the S10 Plus, the screen is actually bigger, but the device is actually much more comfortable to hold. That's really interesting, and shout out to them for the design and style for being really comfortable. The S10 is definitely going to be pretty easy to navigate simply because it is smaller. I think this is going to be more appropriate for individuals that have smaller hands and that they want to have access to the phone much easier. I do feel like I'm a little more delicate and gentle with it because it is smaller on my hand from what I'm already used to. In addition to all of the personal pieces and the personalization of it, I love the fact that every time you power on one of the devices, they're going to give you a new home screen. And I've talked about this a little while ago in some of my other videos. How cool would it be to rotate the photos in your library rather than it always be the same photo of your child, your family, your company logo, whatever it is. We all might like that. But what if you could have 5 or 6 different photos that will automatically pop up throughout the day when you power your phone on, and it's going to give you a new look, a new kind of color, a new design, a new something every single time. I think that is really cool to it will give you just a burst of oh, I remember that photo, or I remember when I went to Japan or Chicago or that dinner, to see these photos and memories of your life. So hopefully that's what we can do, and that's going to be really, really awesome just on the opening and home screen of the device. That's a really nice, stylish and fashionable feature. Now that we understand a little bit about the screen, both of them will have the same outside design in regards to buttons, power, etc. So with that in mind, looking at the device from the top portion and all around, we see here we have a micro SD card where the actual phone. Then over here we do have the volume button and the Bixby button. The one thing that I do like in regards to the design, if you look at this phone from here, it's really hard to, they're there, but they don't stick out drastically. Again, style is so important and design is so important. I do not think the buttons come out so far where it's distracting to the look or the feel. Same thing on the power button, and obviously these other buttons in regards to the headphone jack and the actual plug-in, those are built seamlessly into the bezel and the design. Secondly, going on to the color, now that I have both of them, the black, and the second reason why I got both of the devices, the black and the blue, the blue is something different. I definitely feel in this series, going from last year to S9, we had 2 colors, the white and the black, and that was it. But this one, there's I believe they even go to a green, a blue, a purplish one, and then black and white. But looking at the colors, I do like the color. Again, back to style. If you're a person that wants to accent some style inside of your phone, but not compromise and look like you have a kitty green or red phone, this still does it. I definitely think the iridescent shade and shimmers of the actual device will give you a masculine and professional image inside of your mobile device. So the black is great. It is what it is. It's always going to be black. It's chic. It's professional. It's on point. You can't go wrong with it. I do feel because they have the Gorilla Glass on top of the black color or skin, you get more of a grayish, silverish black. It's still black, but on the S9 it was a jet black, and that phone was awesome because it was really chic, really crisp, and everything was beautiful because the phone was a jet crystal black, and the aesthetic of that was beautiful. On the black here, a little bit compromised versus last year, but lean towards the color. I think the colors will, again, add to your personality. If you like green, blues, or purples, it will show a little bit more and add a little bit more style. Even let's talk about how they actually look on you so that your style is never compromised because you have this big or gigantic phone. Let me take a look at how it looks putting it in. So this is the S10 Plus here, and then this is the S10, and they feel really light on my body. It's not noticeable that it's there. Obviously, I know I have a cell phone, but it is not weighing me down. I do not think that it's compromising the look of the suit. You do not see it weighing down. And let's say that we are inside of a full business meeting. Now, this is where you get to shine in your style as the perfect gentleman, styling your life and whatever aspect of business that you're in, whether you're entertainment, fashion, corporate of like banking, finance, attorney, whatever it is. The cool factor of like the Galaxies is that everyone else in the room has the other phone. And this is going to let you stand out and not compromise your style. Again, looking at that hole punch there, it's hard to see. Yes, they block out all of the features and they fade the black corner so that you don't really see the camera when the phone is turned off or when you're on the home screen. But even so, it's not bad. It's not a sore to the eye to see the cameras on the single or the dual. As you notice, I'm leaning towards the S10 Plus because it's much more comfortable for my larger hand. I do feel like the S10 is cool. It's very convenient to look at. And this one is almost not noticeable at all. Like this doesn't bug me out a droplet. Like looking at the actual screen and the hole punch, this is not distracting in any way, shape, or form. And I love that, especially for style and aesthetic of just keeping the cool, chic image. So we got it. We got both of the devices, S10 Plus or the S10 original. And honestly, you can't go wrong. They're beautiful devices. They're definitely going to complement your style. Fits in your pockets pretty easy, as you mentioned, and as you've seen them throughout the day shots. But wow, what beautiful devices. You will not compromise in any way. I think it just comes down to personal preference. Fit and comfortability inside of hand. What you're using and wearing it on a daily basis will depend on if you want the larger size or the traditional S10. But either way, you win. So, as usual, if you like this video, please like, please thumbs up, please subscribe, please comment. But let me know what you think. Which one should I keep? Is it going to be the S10 or the S10 Plus? I know which one I'm leaning towards, but what do you think? Which one is better? Let me know. Please comment, please like, please subscribe. Thank you for your support. We'll see you soon. Style your life. Peace.